Hey everybody, welcome to this Xbox Live, episode 480. Crackdown 3 is back, baby! Yes! I'm excited, and I am also Mark, aka Wingman709. Along with me is my bestest buddy, Rob. Hey Rob, what's up?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Hello. That intro was really, really loud, by the way.
The music or
I'm just
me?
saying. No, you're your normal self, as normal as you are, I guess.
Well, I haven't touched any settings, so it should be
Hey,
identical as the last
hey,
time.
come on. You know how this goes. You
I
don't have to
know.
touch anything
I
for it to
even
be different.
checked all my settings as always, and the levels were the same. So
Yeah.
maybe it's you just got your volume turned up in your ear. That's what it is. But I'm
Okay.
all right. Who's playing Fortnite?
That's my notifications on my phone. I have to,
Telling you to play.
no, no, I have to, mute my phone.
Yeah. See now, Brun's here backing me up. It all sounds the same. So it's all you, Rob.
Okay.
So, all right, man. Let's jump into it. We got a bunch of stuff to talk about. This is weird. I got a new headset. I broke like the headset. I put it on the other day and like snapped like the one side. So
Yeah.
I was like, oh man. So I got to go buy a new one. And I was like, wait a minute.
Time to upgrade.
No, but I actually have these are very expensive Bose noise reduction headphones that I use when I travel.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And I was like, well, wait a minute. They have a cord. It'll plug in. I think I can use these.
Sure.
But because they're like noise reduction, even though I have the electric version off, it's weird to hear myself. Like they do such a great job of reducing the noise. So
Oh, the
it's like
background.
I'm muffled when I'm talking, so it sounds really weird to me. So,
Hmm.
but yeah. But anyways,
I get it. I get it.
so hey Ray, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that, man. Um, I think that was a follow, or was that a subscribe? As a subscriber. Oh, from YouTube. So it's like the same. Thanks, man. Appreciate you subscribing to us via YouTube channel. Thank you. All right, let's jump into what we've been playing. So I'm going to tell you, I'm predicting, Rob, this is going to be like an amazing, just freaking phenomenal show this week.
Well,
We
that
got,
goes without saying.
yeah, but I don't know. I just feel like we're giving away $60 tonight to one lucky listener, thanks to the cornbread, okay,
Yes.
who donated a $60 gift card, and we're giving that thing away tonight. We got. I'm ready to rant. I am ready to rant.
Nice.
We got some sneak peeks on stuff. We've got, and of course, obviously, the title, Crackdown 3 is back. I cannot wait to talk about that. So let's get to what we've been playing, and I'm gonna let you start, Rob.
Just Fortnite. And not on my phone yet. It's coming. It's coming to Android sooner or later. But just a bunch of Fortnite. That's about it. How about you? What have you been playing?
Gems of War, baby, you know it.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
played some Far Cry 5. I like I told you last week, I completed the game, got all the achievements. I'm working. I'm playing with Comrade. She's real close to finishing the game. She's just been so busy with work, so I can. We've been working a little bit here and there as we can to get her done. As soon as she's done with that, I think we're going to jump into Riptide, Dead Island's Riptide. We're going to co-op that thing and knock that out. Um, I also played. I went ahead and bought season 3 pass for Rainbow Six Siege and went in and played some Terrorist Hunt the other night. And man, I haven't played that game in a while, and it's just like they've changed so much of it. It's just like wow, it's like a new game. But had
Oh
a lot
wow.
of fun, man. I love Terrorist Hunt, so um, yeah, I played that some more. And then I played Hunter the Reckoning. That's right, the OG Xbox game, Hunter the Reckoning, on my Xbox
Yeah.
One. Um,
I'm
It was fun.
curious.
So I only got to play it once. I played for I think an hour and a half maybe, and I recorded it, so it's all on my Mixer channel, Wingman 709. You can go out there and watch the replay until a certain time. It might be sometime in May. They chop them after so long. Um, but you can go out and watch that if you want and see what it looks like. It is not enhanced. Okay, this is the original Xbox game. Rob, I got to tell you, it was really cool when it booted up. You got the original Xbox splash intro. You know, the little
Oh, with the little
wow wow wow. Yeah, I was just like, oh,
blob thing.
it was so cool to see, man. I was like, that's awesome. And it looks just like, there's nothing enhanced. In fact, the game's 4:3, so it's in a square. It doesn't fill your widescreen TV.
Right.
And it is hard as crap. The game is really hard. In fact, I was cursing at this little girl. At one point, pretty early on, one of your missions is to go find this girl and and save her and escort her to this church. And I'm like, she'll like stand there. And it's like you're killing the dead or zombies or whatever they are, right?
Sure.
And like you'll kill them on one side, and then you're trying to get to the other side, and you can't you're going towards her, and if you go, you got to go around. I mean, like around her. You can't even be close to her because she'll just stop you, and it's like your character just stops, right?
Okay.
So it's real annoying because she's always in the way, or and she doesn't do anything, but you got to keep her alive, and she just runs around with her little teddy bear, and she's like,
I'm getting in the way.
they're hurting me. Then get out of the way. Run. Use those legs. I mean, she just like walks. I'm like, you're going through a cemetery of dead, and you're walking. Like, come on, put a little hitch in your giddy up. Let's go. And then,
Or is it people like that deserve to be eaten?
dude, I wanted to stab her in the face so bad, man. I kept saying it. I'm gonna kill her myself. But another thing that's kind of makes you really appreciate what we have today. So like when you go to do like my sword, like all my sword attacks, I'll hit the right trigger. My character will like swing the sword left, swing the sword right, and then do like a forward lunge or this backwards thing. Well, in games like Assassin's Creed and Batman nowadays, like you can alter your move or change it, right? Not in this game. Once you hit that trigger, that animation sequence is going to run regardless of what happens. So even if you're trying to move and strike, so maybe you swing and it kills the zombie or the skeleton on the first hit, and you want to turn and strike at another one. Nope, you got to watch the other two moves in thin air before you can turn around and strike at in a different direction. And
Okay.
it's so, I mean, it's this game is what, 15 years old or something. So I'm not knocking it.
A lot of years.
Yeah, I'm not knocking it. It's just it really makes you appreciate what we have today and how far video games have come. And yeah, but it's really hard. This series is really hard. I was on Horrible Gamers yesterday, and I'm going to talk about them here in a few minutes. But and I was telling them, the question came to me, said, "Well, would you recommend this game to someone that's never played it?" And I was like, and I had to answer no, because I think you could buy it for like $10. I think all these games are, you can buy all these in the store if you don't own them. I had the disc. I put the disc in. It downloads the digital game, and I can play it. But if you don't own the disc, you can buy them digitally. But the thing is if I think I would recommend this for anyone who's played it before, wants to have that nostalgia factor. If someone hasn't played this, you're not missing out, and it's probably going to frustrate you more than anything because the game's dated. Like I said, we're so used to being able to cancel our moves or move quickly, and this thing you can't do that because it's an older game.
Sure, right.
So I think as long as someone knows that, and it's hard. I mean, they were known to be really tough games. I don't think I ever got very far at all in the original. I really don't even remember. It's been so long. But it's one of those. It's like, man, I really want to play this again, and um, but yeah, it is available. There's a bunch of new games out there, and there's a bunch more coming this week. I think a whole bunch of Star Wars games are hitting
Yeah.
this week.
Yeah, that's
From
right.
so keep an eye out on that. But that's what I played this week. So
Okay.
we will press on. If you would like to support the show, you can go to thisxboxlife.com/Patreon. This is a monthly way to support us each and every month. You set it up one time, and they'll bill your debit, credit card, whatever amount you want. It can be $1, it can be $1,000,000, whichever you wish. And if you want to do just a one-time donation, you can go to thisxboxlife.com/donate. And again, you can set up any amount that you would wish to donate. Again, we are not expected these, but we do appreciate your tips. They do keep the lights on, especially Rob's. It's pretty bright. But he's going to leave it that
Yes.
way. He's playing with a new toy that's not working. In fact, he might be ranting in a bit in the rant section.
No,
So,
it's an old toy. I got new lighting,
ah,
which is really nice, but uh, never mind. I won't go on there.
you can save that. I'll let you have a little section of my rant.
Yeah.
Be sure to subscribe to our channels on Twitch, Mixer, and YouTube. All right, we're gonna jump into our topics. So the first thing I wanted to say was big time congrats out to the Horrible Gamers podcast. These guys recorded their 200th episode yesterday. I did have the ability to get on for a time. Their episode is now available. You can download it to your favorite podcast. Be warned, episode 200 is like 4 hours and 25 minutes long. I was
Wow.
I was not on for that long. So I think I sat on there for maybe a half hour, maybe 45 minutes, um, talking with the guys for a little bit. But congratulations to those guys, doing 200 episodes of a podcast. Rob and I know that takes dedication.
It does.
It's a lot of work.
Dedication 200 times.
Yes. They've gone through lots of, we didn't think they were going to make it a while back, and they resurged, and they
Yeah.
came back,
Awesome.
and I'm really glad that they were able to keep that show around. They are a lot of fun to listen to. I gave Ryan a little crap last night about team killing again, but I told him that was it. We're done with that. It was, I had to give it to him one more time. I guess tonight might be the last one, but those guys are absolutely fantastic over there. So Jesus and Gunny and Ryan, love you guys. You guys are great, and thank you for entertaining us, even though you get a little adult sometimes. But you guys are absolutely hysterical. So congrats. All right. I lost all my numbers here for some reason. That's weird. Did I keep everything? Okay, so the first thing I've got, something happened to our dock there, Rob. Don't know what happened. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And now we just flipped back to the intro. All right, so the first article I want to talk about, or the first story, Rob, you may have heard of No Man's Sky.
I just might have.
But you haven't played it, correct?
No, I haven't because it's absent
Absent
from the
from
store.
yeah. Well, this was when this came out. It was a PlayStation exclusive, and watch what my dog's gonna do. He just came in here. Here, come here. I gotta come here. If you will. Oh, come here, fool. Come here. You gonna come over here? He's not coming over. Come here. Let the world see you. He's like, nope. We got a new puppy. He's about 4 months old.
So he listens to you like everybody else does.
Yeah, everyone else in this house. Come
Yeah.
here. No, I'm not doing that. All right. Anyways, No Man's Sky is not, I guess, a PlayStation exclusive anymore because it's coming to Xbox One. And they leaked. Who leaked it? There was a release date leaked. Oh, Amazon Italy listed this priced it at €50 and put a June 29th release date. And they said it's unlikely to be like a generic placeholder because the first day of summer is June 21st. So typically when they do a placeholder, they say summer, they might say the first day of summer or the last day of summer. A lot of times they'll put games at the very end, like December 31st, if they know it's coming out this year and don't have a date. Um, so this looks like it might be more legit, but we shall see. We probably will hear. I mean, maybe they'll announce it if this leak is true, but we'll definitely know, because I'm sure that this will be probably in the Xbox press conference. I would imagine. So, if you want to play No Man's Sky and you don't have a PlayStation, you can get it on June 29th, possibly. And also, it's going to include like all of their updates. So I think they've got another one coming out. I think we talked about that a week or two ago, and it's going to include all that. So you won't be behind. All right. Next one. Oh, why is it? Sorry, guys, those watching. My screens keep changing when I'm trying to type in a different page. So I don't even want to go into this story. I don't really care, but I just thought I'd let you guys know that the Xbox's next gen live avatar details have been leaked. Rob, do you even care about this type of stuff?
Well, yes and no. Yes, from the standpoint of I know my son likes that kind of stuff, so I think it's cool for the kiddos, and well, I guess people that like to set up avatars. Personally, I don't care. I don't buy clothing. Well, for myself I do, but not the avatar.
You let your avatar run around naked? What kind of person are you?
No, because there's too many people in other people's business in this country. You can't have nudity anywhere. So I am given free clothing, just as is everybody else. So that's what I stick with. But from the usability standpoint, I mean, they're just fluff. They're nothing really worthwhile.
Yeah,
So
it's like they're doing new stuff, and I'm like, that's
yeah,
cool, but they've disappeared off the dashboard. They're gone. Like, we don't even see them in games anymore. Connect is gone. Avatars essentially are gone. It's like they're trying to revive the avatar, and I'm like, why? Even Nintendo's dropped the Mii's. Sony never went there. Like, why do we still need to invest time and money into the avatars? I
right.
just don't see the point of it. So, but anyways, if you guys want info on it, you can check out uh, details on that. You can go to Thurrott.com and check out the story there. That's where the leak info was. Now, what might be more interesting is Microsoft has posted a few new job postings, and these might give some clues about future Xbox technology. The next
Okay.
console may use GDDR6 or flash storage. Um, if two recent Microsoft job postings give any indication. So, and I think we talk about it. So they said on April 10th, Microsoft's career site revealed the company was looking for a senior electrical engineer to help lead development for existing and leading edge tech or leading edge memory tech for currently shipping and future Xbox design projects. So that tells us that we're going to see another Xbox after this one. In addition to requiring a deep understanding of current DDR3, G. Hey, Rayzilla, thank you for following. DDR3 and GDDR5 tech. These solutions include the more powerful GDDR6, as well as future DRAM technologies. The company also posted another job opening for an Xbox storage architect on the same day, searching for a team leader to help develop solutions for hard drives, solid state drives, and even flash based tech in future Xbox consoles. So, the Xbox One X is currently the most powerful home console, and it uses 12 gigs of GDDR5 RAM, while the more affordable Xbox One S is 8 gigs of DDR3. So when the X launched to largely positive critical reception, the games do perform extremely well on it. The console's selling well, and it looks like Microsoft is going to continue to expand the power and capabilities of future hardware. So I think that's cool, man. This isn't going to be the end all be all.
Right.
But I gotta wonder, Rob, where are they going?
That's a good question. I
Like,
mean,
like what else can you do? Like, these games look so good. You know, I know we probably said that on the original Xbox, and we go back and now and go, ooh. Then we said the 360. It's like, oh man, these look awesome. And then we go back and go, ooh.
no, I
But
remember when Duke Nukem 3D looked so good, and now it's like a pixelated mess in comparison to something like, oh, what was that one? Hellblade? Is that the one that just came out like a couple weeks ago with that girl?
yes,
Yeah. Games like that where, or, well, I don't know if it's going to be actual footage of the game, but The Walking Dead, Overkill's The Walking Dead. You know how good that looked.
yeah,
Yeah. That's where games are going to be probably the next couple of years for sure.
yeah. But if it's just like this stuff looks so good. Like, I don't know. I know there's 8K. I know there's some 8K TVs, and I don't even can't even imagine what an 8K. I mean, I've seen some 4K content that it's just like, wow. I'm like, I can't imagine seeing it even higher, like doubling that, because I mean, we have limitations on what we can actually perceive, what our eyes can actually do and see.
Right.
So I don't know. It's just like, wow. What it's just how much more can they push? It just makes me think, just like, wow, that's incredible.
It's going to get at the point of where looking, let's say, at a TV or whatever TVs are at that time in the future, it's going to be looking out a window. That's all.
Yeah.
It'll be indistinguishable.
But do we want that?
Sure.
Really?
Yeah, why not?
Because see, I don't want it to I don't want my games to be so realistic that it looks like real life. Because to me then I think you're blurring that line of, like, think about a game like GTA 5, okay? You're running around, you're murdering people, you're doing all this stuff, but it's still, as good as the game looks, it's still a game, you know? If that, I mean, honestly, think about it. If that was to look like for real, I think you're starting to blur that line, Like, I don't know. I don't think I could play a game that looked like realistic.
So if COD, for example, looked indistinguishable from real life, except it was just on a screen in front of you, would you not be able to play?
I I I don't know. I don't think I'd want to play. You know, I really think I would not want to, because then it's too real. It's too, I don't want to. Like, I remember seeing the movie Saving Private Ryan when it first came out, and it was just like,
Sure.
oh my gosh, it was almost like, do I even want to see this? You know,
Hmm.
it's real. It hits home. Black Hawk Down was like really hard for me to watch. Well, in
Oh
fact, you were
yeah.
there. You and I went and saw that
Yeah, yeah.
movie.
I remember, yeah.
That hit a chord with me. I had friends in the military at that time. I was in the service. Or was I in it? That Yes, I was. That happened. That event happened while I was in. I think wasn't I home visiting with you, or
I
or
think
or this
so.
was or was it? Maybe it was after. No, it was after. This was after I had gotten out. Um, and you and I got together to watch it. But it just, you know, it's nice, and I think it's good. It's like these movies. It's like, wow, Black Hawk Down was great, but then it's like, wait a minute, how can you say it was great when it was a real thing that happened and people died? It's just like that movie 13 Hours, incredible movie, but it's like, oh man, that's real, man. These people died, and to watch that, and it's just hard, I think, sometimes to watch because I want to be entertained. And even though I love these military movies, the more modern ones are really hard because they're so real. They're talking about real events.
Yeah.
These people died for real, and it's just like I don't want that. And if you remember when we went and saw that movie, when we came out, I said, Rob, I'm going home. We were supposed to go get dinner or something and go hang out the rest of, and I'm like, dude, I'm going home. I was so depressed. And it's like, I don't want that in my video games. I like that I can jump in a game and I can blow stuff up and I can kill people, and it's just a game. But when you start
Yeah.
when you're making it like I can't distinguish from real life from the way it looks, and I'm not talking about mentally that I'm confused, but when it looks so real that then it's like, okay, well, it's not a game anymore. I mean, to me, in my mind, it's just the way it's probably because I'm old school, but man, I don't think we need to make it that realistic, So,
Yeah. But I think that there's going to be a gradual ramp up, until that point, and people are going to become desensitized. I'm sure. Well, actually,
I don't know
I
if that's a
recall
good thing.
well, yeah. I mean, you could argue that, I'm sure, but I remember when Saving Private Ryan came out, wasn't there like a whole bunch of people that were in World War II or different wars where they were really, really affected by that movie.
Yep. Yeah, because it was
And
so real.
right,
You
but
know.
also it evoked feelings within them from, times where they were under similar or maybe even the same situation. And I think the majority of us, haven't gone through that. So we're sort of detached, we're not as emotionally, it's a good way to put it. We're not as emotionally tied to that situation, so it doesn't affect us as much. If that's why we can play Battlefield 1 or we can play, whatever the game is. Fortnite is, of course,
Right.
too animated, too like comic booky, not
Right.
not as real. But yeah, a lot of those games, because we haven't gone through anything like that, it doesn't matter, and we can detach, and it doesn't affect us. What were you gonna
Yeah.
say?
Yeah. Well, I remember, and I'm gonna kind of drift a little bit, and I apologize, getting a little, I don't know, going sideways here, but I think it's still relevant. So I remember when I was still in the service, you asked me one time. I think I was back home, and I was back after. This was after. I don't remember if it was Saudi Arabia. Because I was in Desert Storm, and I was in um, the Bosnia Herzegovina, and you'd asked me like, how do I deal with it, knowing that what I'm doing, the end result is people are dying. And it was interesting because like the very first time that I was in a war situation, I worked on airplanes, crewed jets, sent them out, and I
Hmm.
remember in Desert Storm, my jet came back, and it was like within an hour, of all our jets coming back, we were all in the debriefing rooms watching videos of the pilots' attacks of their bombing runs, right? And we knew which jet it was when we were watching the videos, right? And I got
Sure.
to see mine take out a command and control center, and I was just like, yeah, it was just like, but people died, right?
Sure. Right.
But it's like that was a military target. It was, I didn't have a problem with it. These were the bad guys. These were the guys that, were directing their military forces against our guys. When I was in Bosnia, when we were in Bosnia, one of our we were fighting over there, and one of my jets came back, and I hopped up to pilot out, and I was like, "Yeah, well, how'd you do, man?" And he's like, "It was awesome. I took out this dorm." Dude, it was like someone just hit me in the heart with a friggin' sledgehammer or something, because I was like, "A dorm," you know, and that was like different because for me, I struggled with that like for a long time. And basically then when every time after that I was recovering my jets, like I remember the very next time the pilot's like, he jumps out, he's all stoked, he starts talking. I said, "Excuse me, sir, all due respect, I don't want to know what you did." I didn't want to know anymore,
Right.
because what was different this time was I was like, you know what? Like, it's a dormitory. And yes, it was military, but it could have been the guy that was cooking. He could have been a cook feeding people, had a long
Right.
12, 18-hour shift, comes home, sits down in his lazy boy, pops open a beer, and we're dropping a bomb in his lap. You know? And it was like, so it was people were the target. And that was the difference for me. It's like, I struggled with that because I get taking out materials, command and control centers. Yes, there's people there, but you're going after the physical, war fighting machine, the guns, the tanks, the planes, you know. And I worked on planes. I was a target essentially, and I knew that. But to take out some dude's house, if you will, to me just seemed like crossing the line. I struggled with that. And that's kind of where I think with these games where right now we can play them like you said, that's animated. It's not realistic. So there is like a separation. But if Fortnite or PUBG or Gears of War or Halo or whatever game you want, GTA 6, let's say, if it looks for real, like you can't distinguish if is that CGI or is that an actor on the screen? When it gets to that point, I think we're crossing a line, and then like you said, we're going to get desensitized to it, and now it's like killing real people is no big deal.
Well,
And that's I think my concern, where people are kind of like,
right.
you can't separate that. I mean, we already have problems in today's world where people are like, "Oh, this game made me do it." Well, what about when the games look real and you can't distinguish that? I think it's going to get worse. Um, the good thing about Private Ryan was, I think that was the first movie that really came out that like kind of really like it shocked even young people. I remember there was some young girls next to us in the theater, and she freaked out, like just freaked out at the opening scene, and I'm just like, yeah, this isn't a video game. And I remember thinking that this is not a video game, people. This is war. This is real. People die
Yeah.
horribly, you know? So I think it's good from that aspect that people get to see what it's really like. But if all of our entertainment goes down that route and you become desensitized to it, I don't think that's good for the human mind, the human spirit. It just to me seems not a good path for us to go down as a society.
I know what you're saying, but I think that just playing the game, like any of these games now, you name it, whatever it is, any of the Tom Clancy's, any COD, Battlefield, or whatever, it looks real enough. You know you're picking up a gun. You know you're, shooting, let's say, German soldier, whatever it is. You know you are doing that action, but then you can put that controller down and you can go have dinner with your family. You're able to leave that entertainment aspect behind. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if it's compartmentalized. I don't think that's the proper way to put it. But you're able to separate those two out and continue your life as normal. And it was just a diversion, just like a game of Games of War or Gems of War or Clash Royale. It's just a brief little thing that, gets you out of the normal drudgery of your normal life. And I would say that the people that are able to then take this and act it out in real life, it's not the game that is, making them do something like that. I mean, I think that there's something fundamentally, let's say, like, I don't know if wrong is the right word with them, but they have a condition where they're not able to separate it, and it's not something that the game elicits. It's something that's how they are to begin with. They're born that way, or whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, so I don't think for most people ultra realistic would make you a bad person, make you violent. You look at something like in Star Trek, they have the holodeck, right? Where you
Yeah.
go into that room and you are somewhere else. You're playing the role of a cowboy, or, you know, whatever, gangster, or I can't even think of all the ones that they used to typically do, but it was always like an old Earth comparison. But, they would always act out all these scenarios. And then, there would be an interruption,
Yeah.
bleep, bleep, Captain, our ship is under attack.
Yeah.
Under the bridge.
I
Now he
mean,
has to put his Tommy gun down and he has to
yeah.
go.
And even that, I've said too that I would love to have a holodeck, but again, that kind of goes to the same thing. I don't think I would in reality like it because it's too real. Like
Yeah.
I want my games to like I play video games to step out of reality, if you will, and
It's
like
a
a
diversion.
lot of times I'll play as a
Yeah.
female, okay, or or and it's like, or you want to go and you just want to gun everything down. It's like, hey, I'm not a woman in real life. I would never gun people down in real life. It's like gives you the ability to kind of do things you normally wouldn't, but it's not in a real world, So I think some of that would change when it is real. And like what's weird is the one thing I haven't been able to do. Like I remember playing Mass Effect. I played through and I'm always playing as Paragon. Well, one time I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go through and play this game as Renegade. I'm gonna play as the bad guy, and I couldn't. It's like
Sure.
I
Right.
go a certain point, and then it's like I don't like this, and I would switch and be Paragon. It turned out to play as a good guy. And that's been weird. It's like I can't even force myself to be bad, but but sometimes like I don't mind gunning people down and just but again, it's like I'm like so excited for Crackdown because it's just mass chaos and blowing stuff up, and it's just go in and just create chaos and have a good time. But it's not anything I would ever do in real life. So,
Yeah.
but all right.
Yeah. I suppose we should continue.
I suppose I should move on to the next
Yeah.
topic.
Oh, we
So,
have topics?
yeah, if you look at the list. So the May update, if it'll pop up, the May update for the Xbox One is going to add, oh my goodness, is going to add, would it stop? It's going to add game group. So if you guys are like, think about it like, okay, well, I'll just read it. Okay, so this has been a long time feature request. You're going to be able to group your games and apps in the My Games and Apps interface. Each group will include a custom name, can be organized as you wish, and can be added to home. Best of all, they sync with your account. So, like, if you want to, you think about like your games on your phone, or I put like all Microsoft. I got one Microsoft. I throw Word, Excel, and any Microsoft app in there, and I've got stuff for work, and I throw all my work stuff there. I got game section. I got one for entertainment, so it's like for movies and different things all go in there. Food, that's where you put your Yelp and your restaurant apps and stuff. They all go in there. So you're going to be able to do that with in this update in May. And this is just says that the May update. So I don't know. I'm imagining this is going to be what the final update because this doesn't specify if it's a beta. Have you seen this yet, Rob? On your, because you're in the alpha, right?
Yeah, I haven't checked the insider stuff in about a week or so, so I'm not sure
Okay.
if this is out yet.
There's gonna be
But
100. Okay, what?
but I do have, so like I said, I haven't seen this groups thing, but I am going. It's an awesome thing, I think, to have. I'll call them like groups or folders,
Yeah,
to use the Windows term.
folders is great. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can put your games in the custom groups, so you can finally organize them instead of having them in one big huge freaking mess. It's like having 1,000 things on your desktop, like currently
Right.
that we have. But I predict that they are going to do this in some stupid way that it is just going to be the most cumbersome thing to set up. I have that much confidence in Microsoft. Kind of like you're going to have to go select the game and then scroll down like 8 ticks and then choose groups. And then you're going to
No,
get another window that's going to say,
no,
okay, select your group
no,
here. And you're going to have to scroll through it.
no. You're
Just
gonna
like,
you're gonna right click on it, like where you would manage game, and it's gonna probably say add to group because it says add to pin. You're gonna say add to group, and then it'll drop the list of groups you have.
it's going to
That's
be
come
30
on,
seconds
come on.
each to
That's what it's
do.
gonna be. It's gonna be easy peasy.
I don't know what world you're in, dude. That's not how Microsoft works. See, they're going to milk this. They're going to say, well, yay, we got you groups. And then a couple months later, they're going to go, we made groups usable. And then they're going to go, groups are finally awesome. So maybe like 3 waves
And then
of the
when
feature.
when the next Xbox comes out, they'll take them away and they'll bring them back 4 years later as a new feature.
Yeah.
Just like voicemail finally showed up on the Xbox One after four
Yeah.
years. It's like, hey,
Yep.
we got this new feature. It's like, dude, the 360's had it for 12 years. Come on. Anyways, moving on. 120 hertz refresh rate support. You're going to be able to clipping trimming from the guide, family setting improvements, Xbox accessory app improvements, and button command improvements. So that's what's coming in the May update. All right. Okay, so I'm going to get down to my favorite story. And I got to state that this is rumor, okay? But I'm going with it, baby, because this is what I want. So, Crackdown 3 has been rated in Brazil, suggesting that the release of this game is near. And I want to read some of this. I gotta make it bigger on my screen. They said the game may be close to a release, despite the current lack of an official release date. That's what the rating posted a couple days ago by the Brazilian board suggests. It's not the first time that the Brazilian classification board leaks games either. For the record, the game was rated not recommended for children under 16. As for the actual release date, Phil Spencer recently said the team is locked onto a date and news will be available soon. It's possible Microsoft could use the venue of E3 2018 to drop the release date or even the game itself right afterward, a practice that's grown in popularity over the past years. That's what I've been saying. It's also worth reminding that 3 months ago, Amazon Spain listed, and they still list it, as launching on June 29th. They also listed State of K as launching on May 25th, which turned out to be very close. The game has been now confirmed to debut on the 22nd. So yeah. So I'm I know I'm grabbing onto any little thing I can, but I'll be super happy if I'm playing this game, dude. June 29th, we're talking 9 weeks away, right? 9 weeks.
Yeah.
Potentially we could be playing this game. Oh, my summer will be complete. I'll probably take time off. I'm just like, dude, I'm just taking the next month off. I'm not going to be here.
Yeah.
So, But yeah, Crackdown 3. So my only thought is it's a big title. It's something that people are excited about. I mean, the people that love Crackdown like myself are just dying for this game. And I think it would be weird to take a trip. Oh, I can't know if I can say AAA title, but a big name title for Microsoft and come out at E3 and say, "Oh, it's available to download today." Like no marketing going into it seems a little weird. And I would think that could hurt it if just to come out and say, "Oh, by the way, boom, it's available right now." I would be surprised by that. You know, what do you think?
That'll be a nice experiment to see what actually happens.
If it
Because look at E3. That's like one of the biggest free, well, not really free. I guess you pay to be there as a vendor or whatever. But, the amount of exposure that you get is crazy. I mean, it's covered by so many different media outlets. It would be interesting to see.
no pre-orders, no
Yeah,
special stuff for
pre-orders.
pre-ordering. Um,
I
nobody
saw,
like you couldn't get a million people giving your money ahead of time. I mean, it just seems like because that's the way the industry is. So for someone to say, "Yeah, we're just going to drop it on them," which I would love, dude. The sooner I get it, the better, right? But it just seems weird to me that they would potentially drop it with no marketing, no nothing.
on a side note, I saw this um, advertisement for a pre-order for a game, and it was an indie game, and it was saying, pre-order now so you make sure you have your copy on release or your game on release day. And it's really, I'm not going to get it on release day. Just it's not like the old days. Like I remember Command and Conquer 2 or whatever it was, Red Alert, one of those games.
Right.
I went to Babbage's. Remember those
Yep.
guys?
Yeah.
Which I don't remember how it went. Like Babbage's, Electronics Boutique, something like, I don't remember who bought who anymore, but
They all became GameStop.
exactly, yeah. But the thing is, it's like, I would go to the store and then you see that big empty space of shelving where the game was.
Right.
Those days are gone. We don't have to worry about that anymore.
Well,
So
those that don't
pre-order, who
care,
cares?
those that don't care about physical copies don't have to worry about it
Well,
because
I don't,
Sony's new game. I saw a picture on Facebook. I guess some store basically said they're out. If you didn't pre-order it, you don't get it because they sold through every copy they had. All they had left were those that had pre-ordered it, so you couldn't get
yeah,
a physical copy anymore. So, but that's for people that live in the past,
yeah.
right, Democulus? Live in the now, like they're right now. Download it now. Boom. I want this game. Buy, download, play. Boom.
And then get dinged by Comcast because you went over your limit.
Oh, I can't remember if I talked to you about that, but for those of you out there that do have limits on your cable or your internet providers, the one thing you do need to be careful of, as beautiful as it is to have automatic updates on your Xbox, if you're not playing a game anymore, you might want to uninstall it.
Yeah.
Because, or just turn off automatic updates. Because, say a game like, I don't know, we'll say Call of Duty, it doesn't matter, any game. But if you're not playing it anymore, it could still be downloading just gigabytes of updates, in the background and cutting into your your limits. And you're like, why? Why did I max out? I didn't even buy a game this month. I just watched a few movies. Yeah, but your entire 200 game library, everything got updated for Xbox One X enhancements and stuff like that.
Too,
yeah. And those enhancement updates are big,
yeah.
So just FYI out there.
It's a very good tipper.
So anyways, I'm back on the Crackdown 3 trains coming out, man. I it's got to. It's got to. But anyways, enough of that. What do you got, Rob?
Just one thing, and that's
Dude, I
who
hope this is
likes
what I think it is.
merchandise?
I
Who
hope
likes
this is what I
merchandise?
think it is. I do.
Well, what
Merch.
kind of merchandise do you like? Does it is it maybe merchandise with like Xbox stuff on it,
I would
maybe?
love some Xbox merch, which doesn't seem to exist unless I buy a $90 Seattle Sounders jersey,
Yeah.
which I want just because it's got Xbox all over the front. Because they're the main, uh, what is it called? They're the main promoter of that team or sponsor.
Hmm.
So they're basically Xbox jerseys.
So there's been rumors going around that there's going to be a merchandise store coming at some point. And, what kind of stuff do you picture being in there? Like an Xbox onesie, like they had what in Australia?
It could be.
Was that last year and I think the year before and stuff. So, that would be pretty cool to have instead of clothing for your avatar, you could have clothing for yourself.
Dude, pillows and socks and underwear and t-shirts and
Hats.
ball caps and coats
Yeah.
and backpacks and dude, if I could buy that stuff, if they come out with something like that, dude, I'm in trouble. Dude, I'll be going like to the airport, my Xbox backpack, my Xbox hat, my Xbox jacket, my Xbox t-shirt, my Xbox pants, my Xbox underwear, my Xbox shoes, baby, my socks.
Yeah.
Dude,
Everybody
I'm
goes,
gonna be a
hey,
walking billboard for these guys.
I'll be like, hey, that guy works for Microsoft
I'll be like,
because
nope.
you fly out of SeaTac probably.
That's true.
So, yeah. But yeah, there's been some rumors flying around, and it looks like we might hear something at E3.
Well, Rayzilla wants golf club covers.
You might need to do that yourself, I'm guessing. Who
Probably
knows?
not. I don't know. They do a true merch store, man. I can see golf club covers.
Possible. But Aaron Greenberg tweeted recently. I think this was a tweet. Says the question was if they're actively working on this, and he goes, "Yeah, we are working on that. More to come at E3."
Oh, yes. Dude, I'm so in trouble. Oh, I better make some room on the old credit card.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
man.
maybe this will be the coolest announcement of E3,
This could be pretty cool.
or the most expensive announcement for your wallet.
Yeah. I cannot let the wife know this is going to happen.
Oh,
Be like,
she'll know.
oh, no, no, that was
She'll know with every.
complimentary. They sent that to us because we do the show. Yeah. Well, what's this
Yeah.
charge on it? I don't know. That must be something that you bought. The kids, yeah, the
There you
kids got a
go.
hold of my credit card. Well, then why
I don't
is
know
it all
why they're
in?
buying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all from Microsoft.
Yeah, and it all none of it fits the kids. It all fits me. I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have, dude. Crackdown 3 shirts and hats.
Yeah, that'd be very cool also if it's, like not just Xbox stuff, but also the games. So you get your Super Lucky's Tail hat.
Or how about the Rayzilla said, how about get the shirt that Phil is wearing now at E3? So he comes out on stage. He always has his jacket on with a gaming T-shirt on underneath, and it's like, yeah, you could buy that T-shirt right now. It went live on the
Yeah,
in the merch store. People would buy it, man. They would buy those like crazy.
it'd bring the site down.
Yeah. Well, look at. I mean, I think this would be huge. I've so many times thought, why can't I get Xbox merch? I
Yeah.
would buy stuff. I don't have anything in here that's like nothing. I don't have anything. The only thing I can really think of is like I said, around here is the Sounders jerseys, you know.
Right.
But I'm like, man, I would get a backpack, and maybe they sell them in the Microsoft stores. I don't know. But like true merch for the Xbox brand, they just don't seem to really have it. And
Right.
they should. So that'd be cool.
Actually, I did have one piece of, let's say, like Microsoft logo wear branded stuff.
Uh-huh.
And that was back when the original Xbox came out. If you did some stuff online as a retail employee, you got an Xbox shirt. So that's the original Xbox.
There you
And
go.
I think I still have that shirt. I think I do. But and it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool to wear. I like that. It was one of my favorite shirts. So it's about time, like 15, 20 years later,
Yeah.
where it gets replaced. So we'll see.
Oh,
What E3's coming up 6 weeks or so, right?
yep. Yep. Not that far away. So cool.
Okay, so that's it.
All right.
It's that time.
It's that time. Here we go.
Today on this Xbox Live, get ready for some major strife. Yeah, Wingman's got 709 rants. Today is just the start. Get ready for this rant.
All right. And this is interesting because when I was working on this tonight, I was like, oh man, I don't have any rants. And then, yeah, I do. I got a couple. So the first thing is, Rob, I don't know if you heard about this, but Call of Duty Black Ops 4 has been announced. And so I was like, huh, well, that's interesting. That's, I think, the first time that they've gone, usually they do trilogies. And then they move on to like a new kind of sub franchise, right? Well, this is sweet. Thank you, Drano. This is the first time that they've gone to like number 4. And okay, I was like, all right, well, that's cool. They're gonna extend that story, and the campaigns I think have done really well in that franchise, and they've been pretty, well received. Well, now the story comes out that the campaign wasn't going to be done on time. I guess 3 years wasn't enough development time for them. And so they've scrapped it. There's no campaign in Call of Duty Black Ops 4.
Okay.
So here's my question. How in the heck can you call this Black Ops 4 when there is no furthering of the story? It doesn't even make any sense. All this is multiplayer. That's it. This should just be Call of Duty 27 or Call of Duty 2018. I mean, it comes out every year. If you don't even have a story, then how can it'd be like saying, oh, we're coming out with Modern Warfare 4, but no story. Or Ghost 2, but no story. Like, that doesn't even make any sense.
That's how you make a $40 DLC.
Well, then the thing is,
Add it
too.
in later.
Well, that's the other thing, too. Is this game going to be $60? I guarantee it will be. But they're cutting out a third of the game. and I know the numbers, people are going to say, well, most people don't play the campaign. Yeah, possibly. But that's not my deal. It's like you can't call it the Black Ops is that title is based off the story campaign, the single player campaign. That's where Black Ops 1, 2, and 3 came from. They had stories. So now I go, there's a fourth one. But there's not. It's like this is just Call of Duty 2018. This isn't Black Ops 4. There's no Black Ops story. This just boggles my mind. You know, and supposedly from what I've read, they have scrapped this. Like, they're not going to release it later. They're not going to add, like you said, a $40 campaign or something like that. It's just gone. It doesn't make any sense. What is Activision doing? I just think these guys need to go Call of Duty 2018 and then just release it every year. Just change the number and move on. I don't know. Am I overreacting, Rob?
No, we're used to a certain thing, and that's what everybody expects.
I've always played the campaigns. I've been one. I always play the campaigns through. I think the only ones I haven't. I don't think I finished Advanced Warfare. I know I didn't finish Infinite Warfare. I didn't like it. I think the last one I finished was Ghosts. But it just seems bizarre to call a game, and I think it's false advertising. That's the other thing. So people who aren't as into following games or being on the gaming media, listening to gaming podcasts, who don't know this, I feel a lot of people are going to go buy this game going, sweet, I love Black Ops. They're going to pop it in, and it's going to come up saying multiplayer or zombies, and they're going to be like, oh, where's the campaign? It's named Black Ops 4. Where's the campaign? I predict that Activision's going to get some serious blowback on this because I think people are going to buy it wanting to play the next Black Ops campaign, and then there isn't one. And how do you do that on a box? Warning, no campaign.
Surprise.
It's almost like saying, warning, don't buy this game. It's like they're not going to do that. If they put it on the box, it'll be in super tiny print. If they put it on the digital site, it'll be like, people don't read everything. It'll be at the very bottom of the description. This just seems incredibly stupid to me. And I think gamers are going to get hosed by this. I do believe some people are going to buy this thinking there's a campaign, and there's not. Why wouldn't you think so? It's called Black Ops 4. I think they need to change the name. If there's no campaign, change the name, Call of Duty 2018, and leave it at that. Move on. It says Call of Duty. You're still going to sell a bajillion of them.
Make it Black Ops 4 Light.
You can't use the Black Ops name.
Diet Blops.
All right. And my next one. This really irked me, and I know people are probably going to say, "Oh, well, you can't take a joke." But IGN posted an image. They did a comparison, a game comparison, right? One of these visual comparisons. They always do these things. So this time it was the PS4, God of War, and the Xbox versions of God of War, which was a black screen because God of War is not on Xbox. And they posted the image side by side and said, "Can you see the difference?" And, where was that image 2, 3, 4 weeks prior with Sea of Thieves? That's my question. If it's a joke, why didn't they do it with Sea of Thieves? You can't play that on PlayStation. Are they going to do it for State of Decay? Are they going to do it with Crackdown? No, they won't. This was really, really poor taste. And the thing is, too, it's not like I can't take a joke. This is, that to me would be, okay, haha, it's funny if it comes from somebody like, some Sony fanboy or something like you or I did, Rob, right? But when you are the media giant out there in this industry, IGN has got to be the main top dog of video gaming entertainment and news, right?
Right.
How are you going to sit down and have a conversation with Phil Spencer in a few weeks when this is the kind of crap that you put on your site? This is what you're portraying. It's just further proof that they are bought and paid for by Sony, in my opinion. These guys are just fallen in line with the Sony line, and I will say, kudos to Ryan McCaffrey. He came from he's an Xbox guy, but he got in and he I guess went and raised some holy heck over there, and it got pulled, and he posted an apology. Because it is unprofessional. How can you be making fun of a company like Microsoft and then turn around going, hey, can we get a sneak peek of Crackdown or State of Decay, or can we get some keys to give away? Why? Why would they? It's like, screw you guys. You don't even have respect for us as an organization. You're not going to make fun of us that we don't have an exclusive Sony game on our platform? It's a one-way street there. That's the thing. It was just so unprofessional for an organization to do that. It just really irritated me. And I like I said, I'm glad Ryan McCaffrey spoke up and took steps. And actually, even though he didn't post it, he did the apology. That guy's got class. Right. And I feel like Ryan is more of a. I've never heard him say anything negative about Nintendo or Sony. And it's like, that's what people that work in that industry, and you are supposed to be, what's the word? You got to be the middleman, right? You can't, you got to be, I can't even think of what the word is I'm trying to say. You can't pick sides. You can't have favorites. You need to just report. It's like, that's why I hate the news nowadays. The news is turned into like this. It's like, depending on what channel you watch, it's either Trump sucks or Trump is great. It's like, it's neither, guys. It's in the middle. Stop posting and pushing your agenda at the expense of someone else. And that's not news. That whole thing about a comparison of a game that is exclusive to one platform and showing, haha, it's not over there. How is that taking a neutral position and just reporting news?
It's juvenile, and it's something that you would expect to see like on a meme on Facebook or something like that, not from a news organization.
Right.
And they're trying to appeal to the fanboys, it's not a classy move, that's for sure. But that's the internet nowadays.
And on a lighter note, this just in, Drano85 has reported Crackdown 4 is coming out before Crackdown 3, the prequel.
Yeah.
Back to you, Rob. All right, so yeah, that's it for me. Enough of my rant. We'll move on. So, we got good news, Rob. You want to do the honors?
Oh, okay. We're starting the community section, right?
Yes, we are. Let's give away some cash, baby. Well, some digital cash.
So, thanks to Cornbread from last week, we have a prize that we're giving away, and the prize goes to. Do we have a drum roll or anything?
I was gonna look one up earlier and I got sidetracked, so no, it's just.
It's good enough.
Okay.
And the mics did pick that up, by the way.
Yay!
And thanks for not drumming on the mic itself, because that just would have destroyed my ears. And so the winner is.
Can I ask you a question, Rob?
What's that?
Could we potentially drag this out any longer?
We could. And the winner is. And the winner is. Now, the winner is Dawn.
Yes. Congratulations.
Which is Dawn of Time, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
So I will shoot Dawn. I will shoot you the code over here when we're done recording. So you will have it in your Xbox Live messages here post. Hey, she's probably asleep anyways. It's like middle of the night over there. So.
Yeah.
So, cool. Thank you, big time. Thank you, Cornbread, for that. That was all him. Really appreciate that. That is just awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
That's just super cool. So, all right, Rob.
All
Back
right.
at you.
So you can leave us a voicemail that we can use on the show. You can do that at thisxboxlife.com. At the right side, click on a little widget that says send voicemail, and you can send us up to a 90-second voicemail, which we will play in the show. As an alternate, you can also record an MP3, send it over to us at contact@thisxboxlife.com. And you can also send us questions and other stuff as well in there. We do have an email that we did receive. And this is from G55 Train 55. And writes in a tag team celebrity deathmatch style against Horrible Gamers Podcast, which two hosts would you choose to go against? And would you win or lose, and why?
I got my 2 picks. Do you have any?
Yeah.
Okay. Who would you pick?
Do I have to pick 2?
Okay, you pick one, and I'll pick the other one, and we'll say why we picked them. So who would you pick to go against?
I really don't know. I mean, so this is like in real life celebrity deathmatch?
Yeah.
Or is this
yeah,
in a
you
game?
you and
What are
I
we talking
no.
about?
You and I tag off against 2 of the 3 hosts from HGP. Which 2 are we gonna pick?
I don't know.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what I would think. We're gonna take Gunny Chief and Jesus Walks a Lot.
I mean, that's what I was thinking as well.
Because Gunny, I think he's an ex-Marine, but I don't know, Rob. I think you could take him. I think
I mean, they're both such great guys, though. I mean,
yeah, but you could take Gunny. You could take Gunny in a match.
No, I don't know.
And I'm sorry, I could just sit on Jesus. I could just squash him like a pea pot or something. He's always saying Mark's so big, he's so tall. It's like I'm just gonna lumber over him and go, that's right, man. And Ryan, oh heck no way, dude. I would never mess with Ryan. That dude just looks scary. He's got that little soul patch and he's always, I don't know, man. He's got this like, I don't want to mess with you, dude, man. I don't want to mess with you. I would if he was there, I'd be like, nope. I default. We lose. Y'all win. See, the other 2 guys are just too nice. I'm not saying Ryan's not nice. Gunny and Jesus, they're nice. Ryan's nice, but Ryan just looks like he could turn it on. Like he could be a bouncer, man. Like he's like, you causing problems, dude. No, I'm out of here. I'll see myself to the door. It's just like he's just got that look, man. I wouldn't want to mess with him.
Yeah, and I know what you're saying.
And Ray, I'm only 6 feet tall. I'm not that tall. I don't know. Jesus keeps saying I'm like 6'7" or something. I'm like, dude, I'm 6 feet. Probably a little under that now. It's as we shrink as we get older. But so good question. That was fun. When I saw that, I was like, good question. It's like, nope, I don't want to mess with Ryan. Gunny'd probably take us both out single-handedly, to be honest. So and Jesus would be there to go, yeah, good job. Jesus would be crawling around in the bush. He'd be crawling around looking for the circles. He in the circle. That's what Jesus would be doing. He'd be crawling around on the ground, waiting to sneak up behind us and take us out. All right, Rob.
All right.
Sorry if I interrupted you.
No worries. Okay, we have a Twitter account. You can find that at thisxboxlife.com/Twitter. Or if you're on Twitter, go to @thisxboxlife. We do have a Facebook group. You can search for that. Actually, it shows up in search, doesn't it? You just can't see in it, I believe.
Correct.
But anyway, so Facebook group is a closed group. You can find it easily at thisxboxlife.com/ Facebook. And again, it's a closed group, which all that basically means is you have to ask to join in. And we just do that to keep out the spammers. And then also that since it's a closed group, only people within the group can see the posts, which might be good if you're posting while you're at work and your boss is your friend. And on to the retail releases for this week.
Okay, Rob, what you got for us today? What you got for us to play? Give us a list of games that we can buy and play. Okay, Rob.
You think you keep
Okay.
forgetting, don't you?
Yes.
You got your own
Yes, yes,
theme
yes.
song, Rob.
That's right. That's right. I'm not used to it. All right. So retail releases for the week of April 24th through the 27th. Well, that's not the whole week. That's just when the releases are. So Tuesday through Friday. First up on the 24th, we have Siberia. Also, The Invisible Hours. On the 25th, we have Death Road to Canada. I know that's a mobile game. And yeah, that's all I can say about that one. Rune Stone Keeper on the 25th also. Emily Wants to Play Too. On the 27th, we have Agatha Knife, Drago Dingo, and Corgan. Corgan. I believe I said that right. And it doesn't look like any of these are enhanced or any of that other stuff. And it looks like they're all, for the most part, like indie and small games.
Yeah, it's like an ID at Xbox week.
Yeah. Games with Gold is, how much longer do we have? Oh, we still have a little bit more than a week for Games with Gold.
And the new stuff is not 100% verified.
Okay.
So this is a rumor, but supposedly the video has Major Nelson talking about it. So it's pretty, that's why I got it in here. So they could change, but the article I saw that's going around, so what we have going in May, Rob, there is potentially.
Yeah,
I put it as legit. Yeah, I put this in rumor.
Yeah, I've seen the same list as well.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm not going to talk about those until next show.
Okay.
But for a couple more days through the end of the month here, we have The Witness on Xbox One and Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Xbox 360 and Xbox One backwards compatibility. We have Dead Space 2. And that's it for those.
Okay.
And then, as usual, towards the end of the show, I make these announcements. Basically, if you're going to be using Amazon to make any purchases, make sure to use our affiliate link. You can find that on our website. Just click on the big Amazon logo. It'll take you to a landing page, which apparently ad blockers like to block now. But you can whitelist our site and click on the links. Do that each and every time you make your purchases. Does not cost you anything extra, but we get a tiny little finder's fee for sending you their way. Also, if you're an iTunes user, find our show on there. Give us a 5-star rating. That helps bump us in the rankings over there and lets more people see the show. Also, we're on Mixer, Twitch, and YouTube as we record the show here. So you can follow us on any and all 3 of those platforms. And thanks to Learned Your Lesson for the music. I think that's about it.
Alrighty. Well, we appreciate everybody showing up and downloading the show, watching us live on the video streams, and tuning in each week. If you got any questions, man, shoot us those voicemails. We love those. I am Mark, a.k.a. Wingman709, taking off.
And I'm Rob, also known as Presar. Thanks for listening, everybody.